Please join with me in a spirit of prayer and reflection. Gracious source of all that is true and good and beautiful, we give thanks for the glories of your creation on full display here this fine day as we gather once again in the promise of this moment and as we welcome and embolden for service the latest generation of Springfield College students. May these inheritors of a world marked too often by divisions of human making lift high their wondering eyes and restore in all of us a vision of earthly paradise. On this day of promise, remind us all, in the words of Langston Hughes, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. In the dare us to dream that our ideas and hopes like brilliant songbirds take flight. Dare us to dream so that fields fallow through seasons of uncertainty may teem with life anew. Our work together at Springfield College and in the broader world is that of tikkun olam, mending the world. So let us be menders of the world, sewing together the fabric of our communities, worn and torn, in warp and woof by the cares of the world. Bring joy and hope wherever you go. And in closing, may we be strong of body, keen of mind, noble of spirit in our pursuit of truth, wisdom, justice, and compassion. Amen. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Mary Beth Cooper, President of Springfield College.
Hello there. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness. We're going to need a little bit more than that. Good afternoon. We've been waiting for you. How are you doing? Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Springfield College class of 2025. Today is about you. I start my remarks at every convocation with that particular welcome. To be honest, I don't know when I've been more excited to say those words to an entering class that's sitting in front of me. So let me say again, the class of 2025. So let's be honest, your last year of high school wasn't what you imagined it would be. But we are going to make your beginning of your college career more than you ever dreamed it could be. Before I begin my remarks to you, I want to thank our upper class students, our incredible student leaders, RAs, NSO leaders, cultural connection leaders. Were they not awesome this week and today? Let's give them a round of applause. And I'm sorry to our parents, just a heads up, those students that were helping you today will not be available today. And although you brought a lot of things with you, at the end of the year, I trust and promise that there'll be more things going. So be prepared, but we'll celebrate that then. The most important message that I want to share with you today is that you are in the right place at the right time. This weekend, you will be welcomed into a community and culture of Springfield College, a place that holds near and dear to our hearts revered traditions like the Humanics mission, serving our local community, and expressions of kindness like saying hello when we pass each other on campus. Even more, you can count on a commitment to learning and to growing that will be incredible. It's been a part of our history for the last 135 years. There's something else that you can count on this year, and I've already told our faculty this, and it's a bit unusual. You can count on me to no longer use the following words: unusual, and unprecedented. I'm so tired of those two words. Are you not? Frankly, I'm a bit tired of hearing that our experience is not enough and different. The reality is, this is where we are supposed to be, and this is exactly the time for you to be at Springfield College. The beginning of your time at Springfield College is the start of a very important tradition. A former colleague of mine, and I say this, and so I apologize to those that have heard it before, but holds true every year, and maybe perhaps more so this year. Transitions are terrifying. You can enter into them with fear or hope. You have to choose which one, because fear is where hope lives. I choose hope, and I hope the class chooses hope along with me. You have the opportunity today, and you've already begun the Springfield College experience. It is exquisitely crafted from the decisions that you, the class of 2025, makes every day. My best advice to you, whenever you have an opportunity, take it. It might be a class that intrigues you, a student club, an organization that you want to get involved with, a new sport or an activity to try out, a chance to help a classmate or a friend in need. You see, making a choice is a Making a choice to make a difference is an act of service. In truth, over the next 4 or 5 or 7 years, or 2 years if you're a transfer student, you may be pushed into an opportunity. Someone in your circle of friends may say, you should do this. Choose to listen to them. They might just open a door for you to an amazing experience, an opportunity that you wouldn't otherwise have taken. One of the greatest joys of mine is to travel around the world and hear the stories of our almost 50,000 alumni. Last year, we did it via Zoom, and it was not ideal, but we did it because it was important for us to stay connected and learn from our alumni. One theme has emerged, regardless of how long that they have been gone from this campus. They to author their own lives, and advancing the Humanics ethos of spirit, mind, and body for leadership service throughout their lives. When they reflect on their accomplishments, alumni have said to me time and time again, I didn't know I could until I went to Springfield College. Maybe it was starting a business, leading an organization, teaching a class, performing on stage, running a marathon, or finding their voice. Springfield College is where the journey begins. The next chapter of your story, students, yours alone, is where you are the author. And you do have a lot of supporting characters. Some of them are sitting over there in regalia. They're here to help you. Springfield College is where you challenge yourself, stretch yourself. Springfield College is where you find your bold. Importantly, show up. You are in the right place at the right time, and I couldn't be happier to welcome you to your new home. I've been told by the women's soccer team that it's going to be an epic year. And the only way we're going to make it an epic year is if you make it an epic year. So let's go. Congratulations. Welcome to the class of 2025. And another one of our incredible student leaders is your next speaker. Luther, come please join me up here at the podium. Okay. All right, where were you a few minutes ago? Luther Wade is a senior here, and I've had the opportunity to work with him during his time at Springfield College, and he's a person that lives our mission each and every day I give.
Thank you, President Cooper. Hello, faculty and staff, my fellow student leaders, parents and family, and most importantly, the new members of our Springfield College community. My name is Luther Wade, and I'm enrolled here in the physical education major. First off, I want to say congratulations. Despite COVID, canceled graduations, no proms, canceled sports seasons, you all have made it to a milestone, one that no one can take from you. You've made it home. Now you're probably like, geez, here's another dumb, cliche, corny story about how grade school is, the opportunities it offers you, and all that jazz. Make no mistake, that's exactly what this is gonna be. Springfield College is a special place. As I enter my 4th year here, and I look back on the connections I've made with whether it be faculty or staff, whether it be my best friend and my first roommate selection I found here, or whether it be the countless leadership roles I've been able to partake in clubs and organizations. Because of all that, I am forever in debt to Springfield College. They've shown me opportunities and helped me create the person that I want to be. Not only is that special, but the most special thing that I can do, and Springfield allows me to do so, is affect other students' lives, which in my opinion is more important than any degree, any paycheck, or experience you can have anywhere else. At Springfield, I've found those who inspire me. I've found those who push me to be better, and be better every day. To my fellow student leaders, let's show these new students why Springfield is Springfield. Why we hold this place so near and dear to our hearts. And why when we leave, we'll never forget it. To parents and the families of my newest classmates, breathe in and out of a sigh of relief. Your kids have made it to the place where they can be anything they want to be. But please, please don't forget, they will make mistakes. We are young, still full of life, and looking to experience everything that college has for us. Lastly, to the newest members of my Springfield College community, I only have a few words of advice. Go to class on time, and no, on time is not on time. Dive into your interests on campus, whether it be through a club, a sports team, an organization, or just plain out courses that we offer here at this college. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to change majors. And don't be afraid to take a leap. Stay present and confident in who you are right now and who you want to be. When Judgment Day comes and you turn that tassel and you throw that cap, I hope that you know exactly who, where, and what you want to be. Own every moment, breathe each of them in and out. This is what life is all about. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2025. I am delighted to be here with you and to welcome you to Springfield College. So on behalf of the Division of Student Affairs and my colleagues, I want to say that we're glad that you're here. I want to acknowledge our families and friends that are here and those that were not able to make it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for trusting your student with us. Could we give them a round of applause? You worked hard today. I saw the many boxes that you had to carry up the stairs, so we're glad that you're here. I also want to acknowledge our wonderful faculty and our wonderful staff that are involved, that are here. Thank you for your dedication to our students, and thank you for valuing their success. And I would be remiss if I did not mention our wonderful student leaders, our new student orientation leaders, our RAs, our student athletes, our cultural connection leaders. You represent the best of Springfield College. I am so proud of you. So the class of 2025, let me say this, we have something in common. This is my first new student convocation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade this bonnet for my beanie. Share with you, just two. So if you forget everything that I've said, I hope you remember those two things. The first is Springfield College is home. This is home. This is the place where you will find yourself anew. It's the place where you will discover your talents and your interests. It's the place where you will meet lifelong friends and even perhaps your significant other. It's the place that you will be challenged and equally supported. This is a place of care and growth and service. It's the place that you can call home. So now do me a favor, class of 2025. Look at the person next to you, behind you, in front of you. Say, welcome home. Go ahead, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you. And the second thing that I want to share with you is you have the power to shape your experience and your legacy at Springfield College. You have the power to shape your experience and your legacy. So I'm going to need you to do me another favor. Look at the person next to you and say, start thinking about your legacy. Yeah, it's never too early. Start thinking about your legacy. What I love about Springfield College is that there's something here for everyone. You will decide what opportunities to take advantage of. You will decide which clubs or student organizations to join. You get to decide the friendships that you forge. You decide the spaces you show up at and when. So whether you choose to share a meal at Cheney Dining Hall, or you choose to attend a program in the residence halls or an athletic event, or to complete or lead a service project, you get to decide how you serve. And Humanics means service. So the decisions that you make, big or small, will contribute to the legacy you will leave behind. And I have no doubt, absolutely no doubt, that you will shine, that you will make your new home the best that it can be. And you will leave behind a powerful legacy as a class and as an individual student. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to talking with you. Certainly we'll spend some time later today together this evening. And if you see me around campus, wave and come by and say hi. Welcome to Springfield College.
afternoon. I'm Martha Potvin, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost. My role is not only to ensure academic quality and guide the direction of undergraduate and graduate academic programs and services, I lead and contribute to initiatives that are strategic priorities. You've all heard about what a wonderful class you are. I want to add my sincere welcome to your Springfield College experience. As we begin our semester, I want to reinforce the good spirit of this day with a brief passage from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. The Queen has just asked Alice how old she was, and Alice answered, "I'm 7.5 exactly." "You needn't say exactly," the Queen remarked. "I can believe it without that. Now I'll give you something to believe. I am just 101, 5 months, and a day." "I can't believe that," said Alice. "Can't you?" the Queen said in a pitying tone. "Try again. Take a long breath and close your eyes." Alice laughed. "It's no use in trying. One can't believe impossible things." "I dare say you haven't had much experience," said the Queen. "When I was your age, I always did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast." Believe in the impossible. Well, I'm not a particularly creative person, but in my role as academic vice president, I'm often asked to pull a rabbit out of my hat. Having the ability to believe and to think impossible things, as well as having a can-do attitude, has actually been key to a long and successful career. I have to tell you, many of the ideas that I get die of loneliness. But sometimes they form the basis of new initiatives or ways to solve a problem. Since I was a student, many of my best ideas come at night. Indeed, I used to keep a little pad, you'd probably keep a cell phone, by my bed so that when I'd wake up in the middle of the night with a good idea, I could jot it down. Sometimes, otherwise, I'd forget by morning. Sometimes I think I may have been sleep writing, because when I go back and read my notes, I couldn't make out the main idea or sometimes even the language. I have come to understand that Lewis Carroll carried a notebook with him, and his stories are mostly collections of his independent thoughts. We now know from neuroscience that children who play pretend and practice believing impossible things develop more advanced cognitive ability, can understand hypothetical thinking, and can better understand people's motives and intentions. Practice in believing the impossible can allow our brains to become more flexible and make us be more creative. It's all about making new connections. We have designed our Springfield College core curriculum to help you look at different topics than you may have taken for granted before or have an opinion about, and look at them in new ways and from different perspectives. We will challenge your spirit, your mind, and your body to make new connections and apply them to your degree, to your future careers, and to your life. I promise, and this is not an impossible belief, that you will graduate ready to be leaders in service to others if you can open your minds to what you might think today are impossible things. Everything about Alice is about believing in the impossible. Think about it. Yesterday, putting a man on the moon was thought to be an impossible feat. Indeed, it was a matter and subject of comic books. Today, progress in treating some forms of cancer allow many of our loved ones to overcome what were once impossible odds. Tomorrow, I hope that for your generation and for generations to come, we can eliminate racism and mediate the devastating effects of climate change. It may seem impossible today, but yours will be a generation as well that can make the impossible happen. Students, you will be rewarded for being attentive to your own learning and allowing yourself to believe in impossible things. Parents, know that we will keep your students safe and engaged as they explore both the known and the unknown. Faculty and academic staff, we know that you will prepare these students for a future that is increasingly impossible to predict. Thank you for your attention, and I'm going to sit down now before my colleagues in neuroscience and Victorian literature say off with her head. Again, welcome students, class of 2025.